have two cool presenters today. That's what, if you're wondering what this thing is, one of the presenters will tell you about that. But we are filming today, so if anybody doesn't want to be filmed, let us know. Anybody? Okay. So we'll be filmed, and you'll find out why. But I will let John Cons come up and introduce our first presenter.
Awesome. Welcome again. Thanks for coming out today. So obviously we've seen a lot of different flavors of entrepreneurship over the last couple of weeks, from social entrepreneurship to tech, and today we're going to be introduced to even another type of entrepreneurship for our group here. So I'd like to introduce Tom, who is quite an innovator and is actually very involved here in the local community. So some of you might already know him and see his videos of Dolestown and some of the events here. So let's give a warm round of welcome for Tom.
So, one of the things I'm working on is with a 360 photo and video. And what that is let's take a look at a familiar scene here. This is actually, I shot this a year ago. And this is this room here. So it looks a little different now. But I shot this with basically holding up a tablet and kind of recording it while I moved around this way. So this is, imagine you put on headsets, or you can think of like real estate, being able to like take one picture. This camera takes one image, and it shows everything in the scene. And you can look around the scene. And that's what 360 is. One of the things that I found out when I started experimenting with 360 was that I learned its limitations and challenges very quickly. One of them is that the fact that since the camera doesn't have any blind spot, it sees everything. It sees the ceiling, it sees this here, it sees you as the photographer. So you can't, right now it sees this microphone here as well. So I found out quickly that like doing things like lighting become very difficult. And I was amazed to find out that there was really no proper, easy solution for being able to use lighting with these cameras. They just basically use, you think of them like action cameras. They use like GoPro, so they're used to using just ambient lighting. So that kind of limits a lot of what they do. So I decided to work on creating a light. So what I came up with is, and this is one of them here. This is an early prototype, and this is my current one. So I have the 360 camera here, and basically what I did is I developed like a photo flash for these cameras. So the light goes all the way around, and all the camera sees is just a dark circle. You saw in that image there, you saw the Stax logo at the bottom. Typically that's what you do with a lot of 360s. You can also digitally paint them out pretty easily. So everybody say cheese. Cheese. And then there we go. I have it shaped specifically so that the light can still direct upwards and downwards to light more of the a scene without basically cutting off, but without the camera lenses seeing it. Because if you think of a stage light looking right into the camera lens, it doesn't look very good. So I have that. And to give an example of what it looks like, I'm going to do, that's a scene in a local bar with an older camera, and that's the ambient lighting. It's very kind of dark and not very, and then this is the same one with the flash on. And as it goes around, just like traditionally, if you were in a dark room, you would get a much better image with a flash than if you just used ambient lighting. And it again, that's what you would see at the bottom of the image. This is another scene here that actually shows more of, this is my living room. I did a little trickery there's two of me.
That's what the world needs.
There we go. Okay, so this will show, this actually I lit the entire scene just with the light. So there's the difference without it. And you'll see it fade basically, with one light that isn't seen in the shot, I even painted it out. And that's what it looks like by itself. It makes this type of photography much more useful than just having without lighting. It makes it a lot easier. People traditionally come up with their own do-it-yourself solution. And I started this as a do-it-yourself solution until I started looking around online and realizing there was really no solution. So what I did, and well, this is another one that shows I did a cocktail event, and shows the difference without. Now imagine doing like wedding photography in like a cocktail reception and not using a flash on a camera. You wouldn't get very good image results, not professionally anyway. So now I've made that capability possible with these kind of cameras in a very simple solution. And to that effect, I've spent the greater part of 3 years securing a patent for this. I had a couple of ups and downs securing the patent, but in this past May, I got awarded patent number 10,295,888 for what is called the 360 video photo production light apparatus. So now I have a patent.